we go. Cool. Now we got OBS on this screen, and then close that, move this over here. That's so cool. And then switch my HDMI. Actually, real quick, I'll switch to HDMI, but first I'm gonna this should be much nicer. Drag this over here, boop, and then turn this back on. Hell yeah, that's so cool. Actually, really quick before I do that, I want to make sure that the stream fuck? What? Did it open on the wrong page? So opened first on my screen and then changed. The fuck? Why? What purpose does that serve? I'm gonna go to YouTube. I want to see how the sound is on this stream.
Here are 20 YouTube.
Let's see. Huh? Move this over here. That's so cool. And then switch my HDMI. The fuck? Real quick. I'll switch to HDMI, but first I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused right now. Like, okay, I might just have to. What the fuck? Change these settings. What the fuck? Change these settings. That's not very good. That's not very good. Damn, what the fuck? Maybe I actually need to turn my gain up on my mic now. Maybe I actually need to turn my gain up on my mic now. Alright, I'll do that. Turn that up a bit and then turn this up a bit more. Alright, I'll do that. Turn that up a bit and then turn this up a bit more. My gain has to be high. My gain has to be high. Oh yeah, see that's much better. Oh yeah, see that's much better. I just don't understand why the music was so quiet. I just don't understand why the music was so quiet. Let's see. Yeah, what would be playing for my music? This? Okay. Yeah, I need that shit to be a bit louder. Yeah, I need that shit to be a bit louder. Alright, yeah, I'll turn it up a bit more. I mean... Yeah, let's hear it.
Over someone on his phone, knew I could get bitches. So that's when I started to switch on my flows and flip out my switches.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's hear it.
Over someone on his phone, knew I could get bitches. So that's when I
much better.
my flows and flip out my switches.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's hear it. Much better. Much better. Okay, cool.
So that's when I found this shit on my own. that's when I started to switch on my flows and flip out my switches. So that's when I found this shit on my own, found that I'm gifted. I told my wife I'm gonna put a kid in some Burberry, him and some off-white too. Told my kid if you look bro then you look scary. Think I might ask me a tooth, painful and worth all my time in the booth. I told my kid to be caring.
Beautiful.
Whether it's me talking about being nice or carrying a Glock, I found that I do the most, I do it all, yeah, I do a lot. But it's really like who you know, who do you know, cause I don't know a lot. Our faces are here, no it is not clear, the vibe isn't near, like I'm being watched.
Cool.
That's why I never let go of my clock. I got no friends anymore, all my female friends they whores. All they wanted was a plus, but I didn't give out that easy.
Oh,
thinking
shit.
I wanna need them, thinking I
They were
wanna
not
keep
there a
them,
second
thinking
ago.
I want these hoes, but it's more life I treat it.
That loop is actually pretty solid. Man, I'm not doing so hot.
Ever since I saw that I was on, I was a shit. Once I saw myself in somebody's phone, knew I could get bitches. So that's when I started to switch on my flows and flip out my switches. So that's when I found the shit on my own, found that I'm gifted. I told my wife I'm gonna put a kid in some Burberry, him with some off-white too. Told my kid
I
if you
just
look
let
good,
myself
then you look
die
scary.
and
Think I
it
might ask me a
respawned. I
tooth.
wasn't
Painful
paying
and with all my time in the booth. I told my kid to be caring. Whether it's me talking about being nice or carrying a Glock, I found that I do the most, I do it all, yeah, I do a lot. But it's really like who you know, who do you know, cause I don't know a lot. Our faces are here, no it is not clear, the vibe isn't near, like I'm being watched. That's why I never let go of my clock. I got no friends anymore, all my female friends they whores. All they wanted was a plus, but I didn't give out that easy. Thinking I wanna need them, thinking I wanna keep them, thinking I want these, but it's more life I
Get out of
treat
here.
it.
I need to get a rifle. Should like more. I think I'll go with this. The other one carries more ammo, but I like this kind of lot. It's really good. This thing. Or not. Actually, let's see which one carries more ammo.
Ever since I saw that I was on, I
This
was a
carries
shit.
more. I'll just take this.
Once I saw myself in somebody's
Yeah, I
phone,
carry
knew I could get bitches. So that's when I started to switch on my flows and flip out my
And it's
switches.
just as good.
So that's when I found the shit on my own, found that I'm gifted. I told my wife I'm gonna put a kid in some Burberry, him with some off-white too. Told my kid if you look bro then you look scary. Think I might ask me a tooth. Painful and with all my time in the booth. I told my kid to be caring.
Oh.
Whether it's me talking about being nice or carrying a Glock, I found that I do the most.
Yo, what's up, Jitter? How's it going? You said my voice is quiet compared to the music? Good to know. I'll turn the music down just a little bit more. Let me play you this shit regularly. I literally just recorded this today, Jitter. Let me know what you think about this. I think this is really hard. Also, let me know how it's balanced now, how it sounds.
Ever since I saw that I was on, I was a shit. Once I saw myself in somebody's phone, knew I could get bitches. So that's when I started to switch on my flows and flip out my switches. So that's when I found the shit on my own, found that I'm gifted. I told my wife I'm gonna put a kid in some Burberry, him with some off-white too. Told my kid if you look bro then you look scary. Think I might ask me a tooth. Painful and with all my time in the booth. I told my kid to be caring. Whether it's me talking about being nice or carrying a Glock, I found that I do the most, I do it all, yeah, I do a lot. But it's really like who you know, who do you know, cause I don't know a lot. Our faces are here, no it is not clear, the vibe is
Oh shit. It's still playing. I forgot it loops. Yeah, Playboy Cardi in the weekend just made that song called Limitless, and I was like, fuck it. I was like, this beat's so hard. I was like, damn, I want to make something on this, and I made it this morning. This shit's so hard. I agree. Beat's crazy. Beat's super bouncy too. Like, I find that now I don't really use enough beats that have like 808s and shit. And I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah, bouncy ones are so much better. Let me see what I've done recently that I could show you. 'Cause I've made some fucking crazy shit. Go again. What's this? Oh, that's right. I started a remix to this. I'll just open the FLP. Because I added more to it. Yeah, I started a remix to the Yeet song Go Again. It's missing some ad libs in it though, so it kind of sounds a little empty. But as like a concept, it's really hard though. Dude, it's so funny is my girl hates Yeet's part in this song. Or like she doesn't understand like why he has anything to do with this beat. She's like, what a waste of a perfectly good beat. I'm like, goddamn. I think it's hard.
I'm working on mine. Penny X.
Go again, go again, go again.
I do too. The hook is okay in this, but the verse is much better.
Go again.
What the fuck? Why am I climbing through him?
Go again, go again, go again. Go again, go again, go again. Thought that bitch, she gon' love me, yeah, to ride my car. I know that you want me for the money, want me to buy a watch. Tryna pick up what left, all the thing alright. No reason, keep letting it go and let it slide. Can't let it die, had to let it go alive. Finding something easy just to change your life. But it's a whole lot more just to change your mind. Sometimes you gotta pour this across the line.
I agree. Yeah, the hook is okay. It's catchy, but it's not like the greatest.
Go again.
Oh shit. That guy's gonna blow up. Damn.
Go again, go again, go again, go again, go again, go again.
I can't remember if I finished the second verse or not.
Go again, go again. Sometimes you have to die just to change your life. So if I do it better, make it last one more time. If I do, will you even cry? So is there even fucking time for the suicide? Looked at my mind, my heart, my thoughts. Starting the line is hard to cross. Changing is really hard to know, but do you really wanna ride? None of they all in love with the flows. That's why I'm gonna stay up in the side. None of they up a pole. They know where they walk alone. They know where they walking slow. How do I find my own? How do I walk to home? How do I get it on? How do I fix it all? How do I get it on? I did too much. Found that I didn't know if I just did it all.
Oh yeah, I must have stopped there. I know, dude, it's the high pitch ad libs that I was trying to do, but the key wasn't right at first, and then I got it right, and I was like, oh, this should be good. And then I literally just did a remix to I did a cover back in the day, like probably a year and a half ago at this point, honestly, to this song, and then did a remix to it. But I have some other shit that's hard as fuck that you'd like.
I said never give a fuck about skeptical than I used to be with some company. It could be from the mental illness or these bitches, or because I have a lot of money and I don't give it.
Where is
I
it?
used to fucking fraud around with those intentions, and now you never really know what's behind those digits.
Huh.
Try to put in a little work just to see if I can make it, but you know that I got it all, I got the patience, but that's really
Oh, there it
just a
is.
little part of it. You gotta make it, gotta make this money really coming, and you gotta rake it, gotta make it for your family if you wanna see them make it up.
Dude, my mix has gone so good. So I made that. But I think you're really... I don't know, where is it? This one. You're really gonna fuck with this.
When I'm in these hoes, I told them never call my phone. I told them I don't need these hoes. They said they wanna stay my own. Not a chance, cause he thinking you too nice, but you a fucking sociopath. Hoes tryna lie to me like a padlock. She gonna kill it, but the bag. The ex chain go get your man shot. I wouldn't wanna be the one who do, but I'm gonna make sure that your man right. I put myself in every situation where I found out I never act right. Look at the star, trying. So don't be alarmed, they think I'm dying. When they call me out, they think I'm crying. But when they show me out, they see me shining.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Get them some pissed thoughts, got them confused. If you talk to them, gonna shoot. Fucking the bitch in the back of my way back too. She tripping like she has some shrooms. And when I see you again, tell you don't know you. She tripping like she has some shrooms.
Maybe I sent it to you? Maybe I did, I'm not sure. Did I die? Oh, shit. Not for real. And then I started a remix to this. I think this one should sound fine. The other one might be too. I did a remix of that Britney Spears song. Or cover, remix type shit. Oh shit. What the fuck? What am I making hit by? Oh. Thank you, thank you.
Keep on rocking. We keep on rocking. Cameras are flashing while we're dirty dancing. They keep watching. Oh, they keep watching. Like the crowd is saying, give me more. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more.
Oh shit.
Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. Give me
Ah.
more. Give me more.
For real. Oh. Bro, you might want to. Yeah, you might want to get up, dude. Oh. Holy shit! Could you imagine that falling on you, dude? Yeah, let me turn the volume from my Xbox back up. Let me grab my headphones. I'll be right back. Oh, also jitter really quickly. And no disrespect to the guy. No, for real, dude. You would have been like Flat Stanley instantly. I did a feature for this dude. Unfortunately, the song is kind of dookie to say in the most like polite way possible. But I did a feature for this dude, and I hope you really appreciate it. He DM'd me and he said he really fucked with it.
Evil Empire, laughing all the way to.
And that is no shame on this dude at all. He is a very new artist, so I don't mean to like clown him or anything. Like, especially like if you watch this, if you want advice, I'll gladly give you advice. Gladly. Somber did not like it. I just don't want to skip to my part because I feel like it's rude.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, and that's what I was gonna say. Is it needs more pitch correction. That's the biggest thing. Mixing isn't bad. Thank you, bro. Okay, not a clue, bro. I'm not even playing with sound right now. Like I don't hear a single thing that's going on. Wait, Jitter, do you have a PC by you right now? Or do you want to just talk on Discord? I was gonna put on my my headphones, but I could just play out of my monitor a little bit. Now the one thing I don't understand is why in this game they make the cutscenes 30 FPS, and honestly it seems like 15 FPS sometimes. But the gameplay is 60 FPS perfectly. Why do you have to change the cutscenes like FPS when it's the same like resolution and graphics as the gameplay itself, and there's way more going on in the gameplay? So why can't they show it rendered in at 60 FPS? It doesn't make any sense. You can use your thing. Okay, okay, cool. Oh shit. Boop. Boop. Yeah, I'm down for that. Where's Discord? Oh, Discord must be on my other screen. There we go. Alright, where's baby boy Jitter? Damn, has it really been that long since we've called on Discord? Holy shit. Damn, I guess nobody uses Discord anymore. Yo.
No.
What's up, Jitter?
What's up, bro?
How you been, man?
I'm okay. Bit better than I was before, but still not like 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm able to do more stuff now, and yeah, so it's good, but still like I got my third infusion and they told me I should be 100% and I'm only at like 60%.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see.
Okay. I mean, you're definitely looking healthier. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I lost a shit ton of weight.
I mean, that part's awesome. Like, at least you didn't really have to do too much work, you know, to like, to lose weight, because it just kind of happened naturally.
Yeah.
So I imagine it does make your life a little bit easier because you probably have more energy now. Because, well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have more energy, but like, still, you know, not as much because of being sick and stuff, you know, but, you know, a little bit more, you know, but.
How's your eating been? Have you been able to, like, you have, like, a specific diet that your doctors are having you take?
Well, I mean, pretty much all they told me was a lot of calories and like protein, like,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, nothing that pretty much everything messes with me, so it doesn't really even matter. I mean, I try to eat well, but still, even if I eat well, it still messes with me, so.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten better myself. I mean, obviously, I don't deal with the same thing you are, of course. But like, I have a lot of fucked up stomach problems in my family. So like, I have IBS, and all my family has IBS. So I can definitely understand to a certain extent how much it sucks not be able to like eat anything without your stomach having a fucking panic attack.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, it's like I want to be 100%, bro. Like I'm like fuck, like it's been a lot, you know. It's been like almost half a year, you know, being like pretty sick. So it's like, but I mean, it's okay, you know. It's just it is what it is, you know. It's just how life is, man.
Yeah. How do they mean by like 60%, 100%? Like, what do
But
they
I'm
mean?
just like gauging
Oh.
like how I feel.
Oh, I
Because
see what you
like they
mean.
said, yeah, they said I should be like by now. They said I should have like no really symptoms at all,
Yeah.
and I'm like I still have like a lot of symptoms. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay though, I guess, you know.
It's a good thing for modern medicine.
Yeah, true. I mean,
There's a lot of shit we take for granted nowadays.
yeah, bro. Like being healthy, bro. You know, we take that for granted, especially being young. Like,
Seriously.
it's like, goddamn, bro.
I
It's
know.
like I want to be healthy again.
Yeah. Like, dude, I'm just now, like, I realized like a bit ago that I need to, but like, I need to work on my posture. Because I've noticed that I've just been slouching way fucking more than I used to. And I really don't want to, like, have like a hunchback because of it.
Yeah,
Because I've seen older people really have that issue.
yeah. I mean, there's stuff you can get like braces, like back
Yeah.
braces and stuff. But
I've thought
yeah, no.
about that. Oh shit, my game just crashed. Yeah, I've thought about that, getting like a yeah, like a back brace, or there's other names I can't remember what they're called though. Like a girdle or whatever. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, but I just try to correct my posture as much as possible, because I fucking slouch way too much. Like, it's too comfortable slouching, and I need to break that habit.
Yeah, no, I get it, dude.
I've been very
But
lazy.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. So how did you like the EP? Because Somber never
Oh,
really talked to me about you listening to it.
oh, he didn't? Oh, dude, I fucking loved it. I loved every song. My
I
favorites,
appreciate it.
my favorites though, especially. Here, let me look up. I think I downloaded it. I always download all of your guys' music so I can listen to it off of like what is it, when I'm on like Wi-Fi or whatever. I think my favorites were Business, Where Should I Go, Want It All, maybe Pop as well. I liked Rhonda, but I don't like that the beat didn't have all that much bass in it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It
That
felt
was
kind of thin. Like, I didn't really understand why.
yeah. No, I can agree with you on that. Yeah.
But the song was hard as shit. The song was hard regardless. I liked the song. It was just the beat threw me off because it didn't have as much bass as I was like expecting it to have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
whoops.
no, we could have bass boosted it, honestly.
Ah, it's whatever. What was your favorite song on it and making it?
Oh, okay. I think I had the most fun making Want It All,
Yeah.
just because like the hook is funny. But I don't know, dude. I mean, me and Somber like making music
Yeah,
was just
I was
fun.
gonna
Like,
say, where did you do whatever effect you use for that? Give me top fucking ad lib, dude. That, like, the second I heard that shit, I was like, they need to release this song right the fuck now because that hook is so hard.
Yeah, nah, bro. I did that. I was streaming. That was back when I used to stream like a year ago, dude.
That's crazy. What? You started that a year ago? I thought
Well,
you.
no, I made it a year ago.
I thought I remembered hearing that at one point, but I couldn't remember if it was like. I don't know if it was like within a couple months I knew, or like I don't fucking remember when it was from. Um. Okay, that's good to know because I thought I knew it, like I heard it from somewhere, but I couldn't remember where.
Yeah, no, Want It All and Where Should I Go? I've had in the vault for like a year.
I want to say I knew about Where Should I Go. That one I think I did know about. Somber's verse
Yeah.
is crazy on that song.
Yeah, nah, for real. Like,
Did he
especially
record
on the
that with you?
lyrics. No.
Okay, so you recorded it like back at home.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
yeah, like we just did the whole send it over, whatever.
Yeah.
Cause I made Want It All and I made Where Should I Go? I made like a batch of like 3 songs and Where Should I Go was one. Humvee was one of
Oh
them.
yeah, that song's crazy. Did
And
you rent that for the
then,
video?
no, that's my mom's car.
Hell yeah, that's hard. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
how much did bro spend on this video?
Nah, bro, I scrapped the video. I took it off
Awesome.
of YouTube because I just didn't like it.
Oh, that's fair. You
But
kept up the one for uh all flavors though, right? Because I don't think it's on Spotify anymore.
yeah, no, because it got on a botted playlist and then
Oh my,
DistroKid just removed it
are you
without saying anything.
fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and then I talked to Spotify and they said we didn't remove it, and so they said DistroKid removed it, and I was
How
pretty
did you
pissed
talk to
about that.
Spotify about it?
I just did like a on Spotify for artists, you know how you
Oh,
can like send emails or whatever. That's
yeah.
what I did, and they were like, yeah, like we didn't remove it, we didn't detect any fake streams or anything.
The
So I was
fuck?
like, okay, and then like DistroKid was like, we detected 90% fake streams, blah blah blah, so we took the song off, and I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like I didn't even do anything.
Okay,
Like,
they need to fuck off with that shit because it's like, first off, Spotify isn't paying anybody streams who are getting under 1,000 streams on their songs anyways. So why are you then removing their only content off of their platform that they're using to make money? Like, you fucking
yeah,
money greedy, hungry, useless pieces of shit. Like,
yeah, it almost made me not use DistroKid, but then I looked it up, and literally every distributor has been doing that.
yep,
So,
yeah, that's
but
really
the way
fucking
I
shitty.
get out of it, I will
You just
say,
redrop it.
is yes, but also don't pay for any playlist placements
Oh
like
yeah,
ever.
I haven't done that in a long time anyways.
Yeah, because that's the only time I got added to fake playlists. Because remember, I told you I ran Facebook ads, like, and they were doing really well.
Yeah.
And like, so I did that, and I never got added to a fake playlist.
Huh.
So I mean, like, but when I did paid for like playlisting, like on legit websites with like legit
Wait.
playlists, it was like that was the only time I got added to fake botted playlists. So I was like, so I stopped doing paying
I mean,
for playlists.
I've been put on playlists like that, but it was probably like 100 to a few hundred streams. So
Bro, I
it
got
wasn't
5K
anything crazy enough.
I got 5K in 2 days,
Yeah, there was one
and I didn't
dude.
even like. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, man?
There's one dude. I know it won't affect me because hasn't happened in a long time. There's one dude who fucking botted followers on my account. I helped this dude use this fucking coupon trick at Target once, and he like also did like music videos and shit, and he like botted a bunch of like followers and streams on my account.
Yeah, it's
Like
like stuff like that.
5,000,
It's
and
like,
I was
really,
like,
dude.
that's crazy. I was like, oh my god, like I'm blowing up, and then I was like, oh, this is not natural at all. Like
Yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah, bro. It's frustrating, man.
It is.
But
The
it's
unfortunate, it's a
nothing
scummy
we can do, I
business.
guess. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it, which is unfortunate. Like I tried to check with DistroKid, I tried to check with Spotify if there's a way to like, you know, and like the only answer I got was like you can let us know if you've been on a botted playlist, but
The
that still
fuck?
doesn't mean that they won't remove it.
Yeah, seriously, it's like, why even tell you then? Because you're gonna fucking see it anyway, so...
Yeah. I think it's like you just kind of have to hope that the botted playlist doesn't give you that many streams, because that's like the only way. Or just have a lot of
You can move
streams in
yourself off.
general, but you'd have
Yeah.
to be a bigger artist anyways, so it's like... Because like if Don't Leave plus Prague got on the botted playlist, I wouldn't care because it already has like 23,000. But like
Who-
all my other shit that only has a few thousand, like if I got a few more thousand off of a botted playlist, they could take that song down, which
Who's that
Yeah, it's
fucking
kinda
underground
frustrating.
artist who has hella botted streams on Spotify? He has a song with like 100 million streams and like 90% of it is botted.
I don't know. I know
I
there's
don't think
a
it's
few people that do
it's
that.
I don't think it's Connie. I think Connie is all right. I think it's somebody else who's in that space. Let's see. I don't remember who the fuck he is or whatever his name is. I don't remember. But dude has like a pretty big breakout hit on like, I say breakout hit, but like he had a song blow up on like TikTok. So I was getting a bunch of streams, but at the same time, he was also botting like 90% of his streams. So why is an artist who only has partial natural growth get to keep their shit, but artists who are trying to get that spotlight get their music taken down? Like, how is that
Well,
even
if
remotely logical?
if he's associated with a label, then they're not gonna take his music down.
I don't know if
Because
it
like,
is label. I
if
can't
if a
remember.
label
This label's
controls
buying
the
the beat.
distribution,
No power.
yeah, because if the
Maybe there's a
label
generator
controls the
somewhere around.
distribution for the artist, then like even if it's botted streams, it's gonna be under a label, so they won't get taken down. Because I mean, like labels have admitted, well, not labels themselves, the
Yeah.
artists
There are no
have
Takana
admitted that
farms
like
in this area.
a lot of their streams, if they're signed to a label, are like fake, you know.
Well, look at Travis
So
Scott.
it's like, yeah. Well, I mean, look at like what was his name? 2K, the one who did like, I don't wanna, I do a Valentino, I do wanna,
Oh.
that,
Oh,
or, like,
oh, 2K
that
Golden
dude.
or whatever.
yeah, he like, dude, he literally tried to sell tickets, remember, and he couldn't even sell
Yeah.
any tickets, bro, and he
That
has like
sucks.
20 million monthly.
Yeah.
So it's like that's where you're like, okay, I can see a
That shit isn't profitable.
clearly
though.
see, yeah.
People
that's
are
the
like,
thing,
that's good
why
for
labels,
attention,
yeah.
but like you're not making money off the stream, so you're not watching
No.
anything happen.
No, but also labels are like cutting artists, like they've been doing massive artist cuts because like they're not making money off of it anymore. Which I mean, it's true. Like,
That's why I'm
It's
never
like-
signing.
Looks like we need to reroute the power.
I mean, I might, I don't know.
I don't
It
see
would
a
really
reason.
depend on the offer.
Yes.
Really depend on the offer.
No, if it's in
Like-
advance, if I'm not making hundreds of millions of streams and I know that if I know I can recoup that money, then I'll do it. But if you're making an offer of $10 million or some bullshit and you're making fucking a couple million streams a month, you're never gonna pay that back.
Well, that's the thing, bro. I would not even spend any of the money, bro.
No, of course not. That's the fucking
Just
stupid thing,
put
and I
it in-
wouldn't either.
put
You
it in
put
a
it
bank
into your
account.
music. Yeah, that.
Well, no,
yeah,
or
exactly.
what you do, bro, you take that 10 mil, you put it into different bank accounts that accrue interest.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
then
say, yeah.
you just live off of that fucking interest, bro. And
Hey,
then,
what's up, Crims? Welcome to the stream.
Because imagine, like, let's do this math real quick. Hold on. Let's see if you had like 10 mil, right? Let's see times 0.004, or yeah, 0.04 interest, right? Hold on, let me see. Times 0.04.
Stream is going pretty good, Crims. Thank you for showing up. Haven't had anybody
So
in my
that's
stream in a while.
you would make $400,000
Looks
a
like
year
there's
off
another
of just
somewhere.
interest alone,
That's crazy.
and that's like a lower interest rate. So, I mean, dude, so what? How much is that per month? Yeah, you'd have $33,000 a month.
It depends on your situation at the moment, though. Like, if you don't have the money, like, for instance, if you were comfortable taking out a sum that you could use for your career, but also just living expenses, you know, not being a dumbass and going shopping and shit for like your rent and your food and shit like that, you could do that and you could make it back easily. if you're spending all your money on not to mention not your money, you're spending a company's money on jewelry for yourself, so you can look like a dumbass when you go broke. Like, what the fuck is the point of that? Like, you can tell who and who has a proper lawyer and who doesn't actually read the fucking shit.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, but that's also why labels go for low income
Yeah.
people, you know, because they know that they can like literally put them into debt for the
Yeah.
rest of their lives. Like,
I'm so glad we're smart enough to see through that shit. It's a fucking blessing.
well, I mean, we're white and we grew up with, you know, some money.
I guess that, well, no, I don't think the... No, it depends on getting signed by a label. I'm not sure how labels count, like, your actual, like, race into account. I don't think they do, but, I grew up poor. My parents were probably better off at the time because the economy was better in the early 2000s and 90s than it was now. So they were probably, like, kind of middle class, but lower middle class. And then it just kind of got worse. So we've never
Yeah.
been, like, great, but like we've been able to be stable enough that we can stay in a house for a long time. Like, you know, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. But like, I didn't grow up with money, so like that's why when I got a job, I was stupid with my money. Now that I understand that making money and spending your money are not the same thing. Like, you shouldn't be putting, like, I don't know, you should be spending all of your fucking money. You should be saving your money. That's one thing that I've really struggled with when I first got money, because I never had money. So I was never taught about how to treat money, so I just spent it. But now that I understand that shit, because I put myself in situations that I don't want to go through again, I now know not to fuck up with money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't know if that has to do with what we were just talking about, but...
No, I mean, yeah, for me, it's more like I always kind of had money. But,
yeah.
you know, I won't say that, like, my family was really good with money.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what kind of made me get good with money.
Yeah, and you're supposed to learn from your family's mistakes. That's how you better your family in the long run. Like, you learn what your parents did wrong raising you, so when you have kids, you don't make the same mistakes. Some people don't have the self-awareness to realize that, though. Good to hear, and damn, I haven't played this in a while. Oh my god, dude, I know. I haven't played World War II in a long time either, so I decided to start playing it again, because it was on sale, and this game is fucking awesome. I hope stream is okay. Right now, OBS looks kind of laggy. You alright, Jenner?
Yeah, sorry, my mom overheard me saying that my family's not good with money and she's getting upset.
Hey, bro. Okay, that's silly.
No, she's just joking.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, don't take it
she's
personal.
not joking. She's joking with a smile.
Oh my god, dude. I think my parents, if I said that, would fucking, like, would probably agree with me. I don't think they'd take it as an offense.
No, it's because she took one part of what I said and
Out
didn't
of
take
context.
everything I said.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I hate how the human brain works.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's just how it is.
Most definitely. I mean, we're human. We make mistakes. I'm not perfect with my money, but I'm definitely getting better. It's self-control is the biggest thing.
Yeah,
There's
it's
something in this
tough though. I
container.
mean, like,
It just
It is.
moved.
yeah.
No, it is very difficult.
I think it's like a learned skill, pretty much. Like,
It is.
kind of just have to learn.
It is. It's you can definitely teach people, but that's why I don't really fuck with school, because they don't teach you anything that's actually worth knowing unless you plan on being a fucking, I don't know, you working for NASA or some bullshit, the most generic answer ever. What's up, Schwizzy? Welcome to the stream. But like, I didn't learn anything in school except for how awkward our social structure is in America. And how people don't understand to treat people with differences with kindness, and how people are shitty and very selfish. Especially when you're a terrible parent and you manipulate yourself into thinking you're good because you're a fucking narcissist. Met too many of those people. But, like, I learned everything once I got out of school. I learned fucking so much more within 2-3 years of not being in school than the fucking 12 years I was in school. Like, the only shit that was worth knowing was learning my fucking ABCs, how to read, write, and talk to people and make eye contact. Like, those are the only things I really learned that were worth, like, noting and, like, taking through my life. Everything else was just garbage. Like, I don't like the education system is so fucking rigged and it's so terrible. They don't do anything about bullying. They don't care about mental health. Ugh. Sorry,
But
to
yeah,
rant.
no,
Sorry to
I
rant.
think- No, you're good. I agree with you on that. Like, it's
There's a lot you
think
need to
the-
learn from experience, though.
yeah, the school system is very interesting. I think like,
Hell yeah, Crims.
yeah, I have a very mixed opinion on it because I think like it's good to kind of teach kids a wide range of topics,
No, it is.
but I think it's like also there's a lot of psychological things that need to be taught to kids, you
Well,
know,
that's
and
an
like
improvement.
understanding people and you know how to communicate correctly and like just I think a lot of that is lost and also it's not even school system's fault at that point just because of
Yeah.
like social media and like because you see these kids like treating everybody like garbage because they see a TikTok of someone who doesn't have manners and it's like it's just kind of weird. Like I
So-
can use an example. Like my little brother was walking in his neighborhood. Keep in mind, this is a nice apartment neighborhood.
Okay.
He's walking with like a hot chocolate in his hand. These two random little girls, right? These two like 10, 9-year-old girls. One just walks up to him, smacks the drink out of his hand, and walks away. Just they've never interacted before. Didn't say a word to each other. She just literally walked up to him and smacked the drink out of his hand right in front of my dad.
I would have seen.
And my dad literally had to be like, "Hey, don't do that. Like, where
Are you
your
stupid?
parents?
Like,
Yeah, like don't do that. What are
How-
you doing?" And
how little does your brain take information that this is how you treat human beings? Like, dude, the human race is such an abomination at this point. I had way more faith in it at one point, and now seeing how stupid all of these, not only our generation, but millennials are teaching their worthless fucking children of Gen Alpha. Like, dude, my mother is a great example of this, and it pisses me off so fucking much. My mother is Gen X, yet she had two more kids. She had 4, and then, you know, had all of us at the same time, and was definitely stressful for sure, but she put in her work, and we definitely turned out to be good people. We're fucking empathetic people. We're good, like, we're decent people. Not to say, like, we're fucking amazing people, but, like, we're good people, at least. And now she has 2 more kids with her narcissistic husband, who is a complete belittling piece of shit. The bottom tier human being. And now decided that when she has those 2 kids, which one is now like 12 years old, she's just not gonna pay any attention to them and do anything worth like teaching or like raising them. She's just gonna let them run wild, which is why we can now tell that the oldest of the 2 is 99% a sociopath already, or well on her way of becoming one. And it is a pure fucking example of why human beings who are not mentally capable or financially capable should not even ever have the thought of raising a kid and bringing a life into this world. Like, it is so fucking disgusting how people think that they can just raise a kid like it isn't fucking difficult. Like, so many people have such an ego about that shit. It's so fucked up that people think it's easy raising a person. Like, you won't do something that'll inevitably give your kid a mental illness or a fucking mental disorder throughout their life. Like, it's way too easy doing shit you don't even realize you're doing to fuck up a person's perspective on the world. And people just should not, there's too many fucking people. I hate Elon Musk for saying that we have a population problem, we need more people. We need less people. There's too many fucking people in the world and not enough people who give a fuck about the people in the world. The world has just made me so fucking angry over time, and I'm trying to get over it because it's just the way shit is. But dude, people don't care enough anymore, and it's so belittling and disgusting. Like how little people care about human rights anymore. I mean, well, a good portion of people still do, but like the South altogether is still fucking a complete disappointment. It makes me so angry because I grew up being a very loving, kind person, a person who treats people the way I want to be treated. I don't like treating people like shit. It doesn't make me feel good. But there's people who think the complete opposite because their parents were so fucking mentally disabled that they taught their kids that beating people and whatever, molesting, whatever the fuck terrible behavior humans do to their kids and around their kids, that teach them that that's okay. And that's why those people exist in the world. It's because this shit is taught. It's not in your nature to be like that. You have to learn it from somewhere. Ted Bundy, on the other hand, I have no clue. Apparently he lived a normal life and his parents were perfectly fine, but then he turned out to be a fucking psychopath, so who knows. The human
Well,
brain...
it's more actually, it's funny because most
That was a lot, I'm
male-
sorry.
No, you're good. It's funny because most male killers have issues with their mothers
Yeah.
most of the time.
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know, dude. Yeah, there's a lot
know.
of people, and with a lot of people comes a lot of different types of people.
Yeah.
And you have different generations, and like you have different mindsets, and so it's just kind of like what we think is, you know, correct, they think is incorrect, and
Yeah.
like, you know, people getting it's like also, I think everybody, including myself, like everybody has a huge issue with like self-inflection, like just looking at like what you're doing and being self-aware and like understand and being able to admit like, oh, okay,
When
yeah, I
you're
wasn't
wrong.
doing the best. So it's like it's just frustrating because I feel like a lot of the times it's like people in general just have a tough time saying like, yeah, you know what, maybe I didn't do the best here. But it's like, you know, I don't know.
That's why I try not to beat
It's-
up on myself, because I know that I'm human and I'm not perfect, but I at least acknowledge my mistakes and put an effort forward to fix those mistakes. I don't fucking just move on and be like, oh no, it'll all be better. No, it won't. That shit's gonna linger, and you're gonna have to think about it, so you might as well take care of it while you have an opportunity. And I mean, I looked it up, dude, just because I was fucking curious. It said 5% of people, like human beings, are self-aware. That's so fucking disgusting. That's actually so sad to think about. That most people live their life just being a complete fucking dope because their brain doesn't actually process and allow them to realize anything they're doing at any time. So most people are just delusional as fuck, which is what you find, especially in retail. People are so fucking delusional. All it takes is one person being told yes too many times, or just, never being fucking, you don't have to hit your kid, but correct your kid. Don't fucking let them think everything they're doing is right. That's how you give your kid a fucking mental disorder. It's not hard.
Yeah, I was like having a conversation with one of my friends, like, where he he was like abused physically by his
Yeah.
stepdad, and like still kind of is, even in his early 20s.
Jesus
But,
Christ, I would have
like-
killed that person by now.
Okay.
I'm not kidding,
But,
dude.
yeah.
If you sexually assault somebody, you deserve death. I don't care what it is.
Well, no, he didn't sexually assault, he physically assaulted.
Oh, well, even then, if my stepdad put a hand on me, I would kill him and I'd be like, it's self-defense. I don't give a fuck. I'm in my own house and you're hurting me in my own house. It's self-defense.
But yeah, so pretty much I was having a conversation with him, and like no, you're good. It's like his mindset is so warped from being abused, like because he thinks that the only way to like solve issues is through violence, and
Yep.
he says like, you know, if he has kids and the kid does something wrong, the only way to fix it is by like
hitting
smacking
them
them or by like abusing them.
That's
And
that
I was like,
southern
and
pride.
like, dude, there was no room in his brain for like not
information.
doing that.
Yeah.
I was like, what? It was so crazy to see that.
Again, I mean, dude, you don't. There's too many. I mean, that's a mental disorder. Your brain is warped into thinking that horrible things are right. That's a disorder. That's not normal. That's a problem. Like, people don't talk about that shit enough, man. It's way too easy doing something and manipulating a person's entire structure of their brain just by saying something that isn't even true. I mean, they say you shouldn't lie to your kid because not only does it create trust issues within your kid, that kid is gonna have a really hard, time throughout the rest of their life trying to talk to people and like have motivation and trusting people. All because you weren't honest, even if it was like without harmful intent. Just like being sarcastic too many times could fuck up your kid too.
Yeah.
It's scary, man. More people
And that's
need to
why
be
sometimes
self-aware.
I'm like, you know what? I'm not really mad at parents that much because I've never
No.
been a parent. So it's like although, yeah, I mean, the thing is, no kid is gonna be perfect. No
Exactly.
parent is gonna be perfect. Like flaws in everybody. So it's kind of just you just pick and choose the flaw. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like
Just gonna pass
what's
it on
a
to
what's
you.
what's a good flaw? You know, I guess that you
A
could
good
have. I
flaw.
guess.
I mean, there's nothing. That's the thing, though. That's what makes humans beautiful, is that we do have flaws. That's one of the most inviting things about people that allow people to feel comfortable being a human being and being themselves, is that there's other people with problems too. So you know that you're never alone in this world. But some people, specifically the South, don't believe in that concept and just think that their mental illness is God's gift and it's the way they're supposed to be. When really they were beaten into submission by their parents and never had a chance to see through it and develop past it. So then those people pass that on to their kids and create this whole fucked up cycle of underdeveloped human beings who think that wrong is right and like, ugh. It's so fucking, it's, ugh, Jesus, man. I mean, I've seen, like, working at, when I worked at Target, there was this one kid who I remember they were at like my check lane and I was checking out the mother and shit. And then this kid is just like, I want this, to like the mom, and she's like, no, you're not getting it. Like, throws it at her. And I was so close to jumping over the counter and smacking that kid in the face and being like, if you ever talk to a woman like that again, let alone your own mother, I'll have your father beat your ass for me. Like, dude, I don't condone hitting kids, but when your kid is abusing your parent because you allowed it to happen, your kid needs to be hit. Like, it's the only time I think a kid should be fucking smacked upside the head is when they're clearly showing really terrible signs of a human being. You shouldn't hit a kid for misbehaving.
I think it's like, I don't think you ever need to use physical.
No.
But yeah, I think honestly, bro, it's like nowadays I kind of just look at kids like that, and I'm like, you know what, man? Like, you're gonna have a really tough time in life if your reaction is, you know, because here's the thing. I'll say this: it's like you don't even need to punish children like that because them having that mindset is punishment. And
Yes, it is.
You know,
they're not
it's
aware
like
of it, but they will when they're older.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what? I'm like, hey, you know what? That's just how it is. Like, I mean, there was like a kid walking down the street when I was heading to work at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and he was just walking in the middle of the street, not looking around, and almost just walked right in front of my car. And I was
Wait,
like, dude,
what?
yeah. And I was like, dude, and his parents were like right over, you know, like a house down. And I was like,
Sorry, Schwizzy, I'm gonna read that in a minute.
I was like trying not to get frustrated, but then I was just like, you know what? That's just, I'm not a parent, so whatever.
Yeah.
Their kid, you know, it's just how it is.
Seriously, if the parents aren't gonna have self-awareness within themselves, they're gonna have to develop it once they realize how horrible they made their kid like turn out to be, and then they'll be like, oh, I'm really not a great person. Like, maybe I shouldn't have had kids, but oh, it's too fucking late. Yeah.
I do kind of wish that we had like a test that you had to take before having children.
Dude, and it should be the same shit. Like, I was saying this a while ago because there's a lot of dangerous ass elderly drivers who are way too fucking how do you say, they're too arrogant to believe that they're dangerous on the road because they've been driving for so long. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, when, because I understand that they do have tests, but it's like, when are they going to start doing like yearly tests for people who are in their 70s when it comes to driving? Because even my own grandmother, like, wears glasses. I know she doesn't have terrible eyesight, but of course she still wears glasses because she doesn't have, like, the greatest eyesight. She's driven cars that are too wide and scraped them on shit. Like, you gotta, I don't know. I feel like that's more of, like, an instance of just having a really wide car, and it's kind of, like, wasn't used to it, so I don't want to pull out the blame on her. But, like, older people just aren't as physically and mentally capable of doing that shit. Like, they're not as quick to, like, judge or, like, make decisions. So, like, it's dangerous putting somebody who's basically on their deathbed in a weapon on the road, because then you're putting other people's lives at risk. But then you can say the same thing about teenagers as well. Even though I agree that teenagers should start driving because it's a good skill to have at a young age, but it's also so dangerous how stupid teenagers are being one at one point, and how arrogant you are, and just thinking that, like, oh, flying 97 down a freeway is completely acceptable because they see some douchebag on Instagram do it. People are so easily manipulated nowadays, and it just shows how the human race just really doesn't have much of a chance if it was shown like a true, like, I don't know, like disaster. Like, COVID was already bad enough knowing how stupid people were about it, but imagine if we had like another like black plague, like a plague or some shit. Something that wipes out most of the population. Most people are gonna fucking die because they don't believe it. They don't think it's real. Because that's how people are nowadays. People back then were like, okay, I read about it, it must be true, I'm gonna be safe, like I'm gonna take precaution. Nowadays, people are way too fucking arrogant and stubborn to like read into something that isn't exactly what they think.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, bro. I lived in the South during COVID.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
I mean, bro, I had friends like throwing house parties. I had like, you know, like most adults going out for drinks and getting dinner every night somehow. Like finding certain restaurants that were still open. Like,
dude,
most
don't get me
people
wrong.
not wearing masks. Like, it was a lot, man.
Don't get me wrong. You shouldn't be going out during a pandemic, but at the same time, I do appreciate some of those people for still giving money to those businesses, because a lot of people lost their businesses during COVID. So it was nice that people allowed them to have their business for a bit longer, but at a really stupid, selfish expense.
Yeah, it's
Alright, let me, I want to read this really quick. Shwizzy put like a crazy story in the chat. I want to read this really quick.
alright.
He said, yo, craziest story, not gonna lie. So a year ago, there was a bully that was messing around with a kid that didn't know French too much. By the way, he's from France.
Oh, okay.
And like said, like, I'ma fuck your mom. And the guy said, like, bro, stop. And he said, let me continue, hold on. He said the same thing to the guy that was protecting his friend that didn't know French very much. And they both left and out of nowhere, I hear the loudest stomp ever. Then I see the guy fully on, he says WWE, I imagine WWE, jumping on him, started punching him on the ground, blood spilled all over the room, and they were like, did that just happen? And bro is just screaming and begging to be released. Like, what the fuck? Hitting him nonstop, and then he got a nose broken, and he breathed, only blood would come out of his nose, and he was breathing. That's fucked. And they got suspended for 2 days. But the bully, after he got his ass beat, never ever annoyed a person again. So
I mean,
it's a fucked up story, don't get me wrong, but I was bullied in school, so if I had a chance of, like, I always dreamt about this shit, of seeing a person who I knew was in my position being bullied by somebody and just slamming their head into a locker and just being like, if I catch you doing this again, I'm gonna do it 3 times worse. Like, I've always wanted to fuck up somebody like that to the point where it completely changes their mind for the rest of their life. Because people should not be that fucking evil. Like, it's gross that people are like that. So it is a good thing when people stand up against shitty people, but like you said, you don't have to be violent about it. And that's something I'm working on myself, because I don't need to, but whenever, like, I'm walking with my girl and somebody says some stupid shit or somebody does something, I don't care how tall you are, how strong you are. I'm ready to fucking like fight. I don't care, and I always carry a knife on me too. So if you make a move, I'm gonna fucking whip it out and I'm gonna make you go away. Like, but my girl is
I mean, yeah.
But my girl is like, you shouldn't do that because you don't know who you're antagonizing. And I'm like, right, but at the same time, I want to teach this piece of shit not to treat people like this. And how else are you going to do that by then scaring them into not doing it? Like,
Well, see, where I live, it's concealed carry.
Yes.
So, I don't like to test people. Yeah, it's kind of just what
that's so valid.
So it's
Where do you
like,
live again?
to me, yeah.
South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Okay,
oh, yeah,
so
buddy. Everybody got a gun here.
I forget that that's technically the South because it doesn't really look like it on the map to me. But I guess it is. But like, I think you can, you might be able to open carry in Michigan. I need to look into the laws more. But I do plan on getting something. I just know you can't flash it. So,
I mean,
if
I would
somebody-
just get a taser, dude. Like
That's
something
fair.
non-lethal.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I carry like 2 knives on me just because like they're in the area that we're living in. I live kind of in the ghetto, and people are just not trustworthy at all based on how many times my girl has been harassed at work and even sexually harassed. If a person looks at me wrong in the city, I'll fucking snap on them. Like, I already don't fuck with the people in the
Bro,
city.
you got that northern energy, bro.
Yes, I do.
That's that northern shit right there.
I know, dude.
It's like, you look at me wrong, you know, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face, and you know, don't look at me wrong.
It is stupid because I am really small, but at the same time, it's enough for me to see somebody who has enough of a big of an ego to want to fight somebody, me, who's probably a foot shorter than them. And that makes me feel better about it because I know this person's really insecure because they're willing to fight somebody smaller than them over words. I'm willing to fight a person bigger because I want to beat a bigger person's ass to teach them a lesson. I don't give a fuck. It would make them feel so insecure getting their ass beat by somebody shorter than them because people actually care about physical appearance nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm just, I don't feel like testing anybody.
No, and I'm getting better at it. It's just like, it's hard because I've been treated like shit by people my whole life. So now I'm just at a point where it's like, if you do treat me like shit, I'm gonna psychologically fuck you up. Like, because I know for a fact you're not mentally capable enough to understand any of the shit that I'm about to throw your way, let alone like my whole body.
Hey, yo. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, yo. But yeah, no, you're right though. Like, it is ridiculous and pointless to just be violent over stupid shit. Like, it does give more power to the person just acknowledging their presence than just letting it be. Like, and that's one thing I'm getting,
I mean,
you know, around
if
to.
they know that they can rile you up, it's like,
Yeah.
that's coming. Yeah, I mean, I can get frustrated, but I'm not a physical person. Like the most I'll do is yell at you a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't really get mad at people like that, though, like at all.
No, and I've
Like,
never been
if
like
I-
that as a kid either. Well, no, as a
Yeah.
kid I was kind of an asshole. I was definitely an asshole. But like, I stopped being physical when it came to like anywhere past middle school.
Yeah, well, I had anger issues when I was really young,
Yeah.
because I got bullied a lot, so
I'ma
that
head
was
out.
like a way.
All right, you have a good one, Schwizzy. Thank you for being in chat and telling the story. That was really interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for popping in the stream, man. I'm gonna try to stream more often.
Salut. Bye.
Stay blessed, man.
Yeah, no, it's like I used to have anger issues because I got bullied, so it's
Yep.
like that was like a way of like, you know, snapping back. But yeah, I've always been kind of just zen, I guess, with people.
Yeah.
Like I just try to be just chill about shit, even if people are annoying or like irk me a little bit. Like I'll
Fair.
try to just be calm and be like, you know what, that's just them. That's how they act. Like,
Yeah.
not much I can really do about it. I mean, and if I do notice I get angry, like I'll try to just step away or like do something to distract myself. So it's like, yeah, it can be pretty tough though.
Most definitely. I'm still working on all that myself.
Yeah, with being sick, I will say I'm more, well, I'm less tolerant to stuff like that. Like people like I can get into it a little bit easier with
Okay.
people right now, just because I'm like sick.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, because if I'm not feeling good, you know, like I have my days where I'm like, yo, just like please don't talk to me. Like
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh yeah.
upset.
Exactly.
So yeah, but
Nothing wrong with that.
it's yeah. Like when I was really sick, dude, it was like really tough for me not to just like snap when people just did stuff that like if someone said something and I'd just be like, bro, what are you even talking about? Like that doesn't even make sense. Like just please stop.
Just stop talking. I know.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, but it's whatever, dude. We're all growing, we're all learning, we're still young.
Yes, we are.
Ugh.
There's a lot to know. That's one thing that social media has done to human beings is give people a sense of knowing everything and knowing, to be honest, anything at all, when most people genuinely don't know anything. Like when older people are like, you young people don't know anything, they're being ignorant in the fact that not every young person doesn't go through nothing. That's complete horseshit. There's way too many
Yeah.
people in our generation who go through so much fucked up shit in their everyday lives. So it's really ignorant to say that, but those people are also in kind of a small box, so they don't know much out of their sense of, like, knowledge. So then people
Well,
are just
that's an
very
improvement.
stuck. And people don't know how to acknowledge that people are different and live different lives from them because they're not them.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like
mean,
some
that's-
parents, because they force their kids into being like them, narcissists, and then inevitably make their kids hate them when they're older because they're like, I want to be myself, and you keep stopping me from being myself.
Yeah, it's difficult, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it also comes with like children having children,
Yeah.
and it's like that's like just kind of what it is. Like I see most of the time, it's like a lot of issues come from younger, you know, like I said, kids trying to have kids, and that's a lot of the times doesn't really bode too well. And,
No. And
uh,
I was more excited about having kids a couple years ago until I just started really, like, I've always been self-aware, but not really to the world around me to the fullest extent. Now that I have a better grasp on the world around me, I don't really want to bring a kid into this, and I also don't want to be responsible or accountable for giving my kids something that I can't change because it's already drilled into them. Like,
yeah,
there's a lot to know, and people are just very arrogant and think they know everything, and that's honestly like the downfall of the human race, is that people just think they know everything, and they don't. There's too much to know. There's so much information in the world, and not even just like in the same country, it's just all around the world. There's so many different groups of people who have information that we don't have because not every group shares the same information. Every group has its own little pocket of information to help people out.
yep,
So you've got to be very open-minded and listen to what people have to say, because there's a lot of information in the world, and there's too much to just be closed-minded and cut yourself off from it. At least I think.
yeah. I think it's a very American way of seeing the world. Is like, you know, I think it's
America's
very
number one.
close-minded.
Very. And I make jokes, but like it is true. This country houses the dumbest people on the planet. Like, there's people who are dumb in other countries because they don't have access to the education. The fact that our education is as dumb as it is just shows how little this country cares about the people who are in it, and how more they care about taxes and making money from the people who live in this country.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a factory.
Yeah, and every country has its own issues. Not every country is perfect by any means.
No, definitely.
But people just need to care more, I think. I don't think people care enough nowadays, and it's really sad to see. I mean, you've seen people like I liked him more at one point, like people like Aiden Ross on stream. Or people like Neon, who are just a really poor example of how to be young and successful. Because they were just never taught any information that was worth knowing. So then, them making money is being like, oh yeah, everything I'm doing must be right. And especially Neon. That kid's a complete fucking degenerate. The fact that you think that belittling yourself, or Jack Doherty, for instance, just being a complete, like, lackluster excuse of a human being, and just being a complete useless, non-existent piece of shit outside of the internet, and then acting like you're hot shit. And because you have a bunch of underdeveloped teenagers who are dick riding you every moment because they want to be famous like everybody nowadays, they think that acting like shit and being a piece of shit is how you get people's attention and make money. And it's just ruining people.
Yeah, I mean, it's especially streamers.
Especially. And that's why I said Aiden Ross. I like some of his content. I think he was better a couple years ago when he was just having like people like Blueface on his stream. Even though I don't fuck with Blueface at all, I think he's a piece of shit. I think that Aiden was a good kid, and he unfortunately was kind of manipulated by his own audience and money that, oh, letting people treat me like shit and going along with everything and doing what people ask me to do and say, like, is gonna make me money, when it's just gonna fuck him over in the end. And he realized that when, it wasn't his money, but it was Kick's money, when he had Cardi on his stream, and he talked for like 2 minutes, paid him $2 million, and then he left the stream. I would not, no fucking chance. Like, I don't even have an interest in working with him anymore. Like, I like Playboy Cardi way more, but seeing how people have noticed how narcissistic he is, and I didn't really always see it that way, but seeing how he is now is just like, I don't want any part in that shit. I don't care what money or clout it brings me. I don't want to make music with somebody who doesn't give enough about themselves and their own self-respect to treat people around them with respect. Like, I would never pay somebody $2 million to talk to them for 5 minutes and then not make eye contact, stand in a dark room, like, what the fuck? You see that stream?
No, but I know there's a 21 Savage stream where he literally fucking scams him.
Yep, and I don't really want to work with him either. Like, I think that he has more of a heart than Playboy Cardi when it comes to that shit. But I don't want to work with any of those people anymore, because it just shows how little they care for human beings and more about their business, and it's just really sad.
Yeah, man, I think the industry kind of just does that to people too.
Yeah.
Like, it's like it just kind of hardens people. It's like, but it's also like if you're told like you're like literally the GOAT. Like it's like with Cardi,
Yeah.
bro. He's so hyped. Like he's so like
Put up on a
whatever. I'm
pedestal.
trying to think of the word, but whatever.
He's
But
so
like,
propped up.
yeah, like everybody thinks he's like this god.
Yeah.
And
He's
it's
so
like,
mysterious. Like, dude, you're a
yeah,
human
it's
being.
like, yeah, and so it's like people idolize him, and so it's like, it's kind of tough, you know, when like you know that, it's tough to be like kind of humble and shit, you know, because it's like damn, like I could literally drop a song of me going, and the world is gonna go fucking crazy.
Yeah, I
And
didn't.
it's like,
Now he sounds like Future. Like, he sounds identical to Future now. Like, I get it. Everybody goes through their things of finding an identity for themselves. It's hard, you know, sticking to one thing and being comfortable with it. But, like, now he's just sounding like everybody else. And it's like, what's there to even follow at this point? Like, it's not original.
I mean, hey, bro, I've been saying this for years. I think Yeet is just the better version of Playboy Cardi.
He is.
And forever
He is.
will be. So
He has way more music, too.
Oh my
Yeet
God.
has way more music than Playboy Cardi does. I don't really know Yeet as a person, obviously, because I've never met the guy, no shit. But I didn't like him for a moment because of him allowing himself to go along with September's Rich and scamming people to make himself famous. I didn't think that that was a very good way of making yourself into the music industry, and I don't really respect that. However, I do respect that he does touch on like mental health and stuff in his music sometimes, and does talk about not being alright. And I imagine him having that stress on him has made him a bit like it's probably fucked him over a little bit. Like, even though he's making money and he's probably happy, he still probably has issues he needs to work on. And like, I appreciate that because I can tell that he's still human within his music. He doesn't sound like an industry clone. Somebody who's just trying to make song after song after song. It sounds like he's actually putting something out there. I don't know. It depends. But I like him more because I think he talks on more serious shit than a lot of like artists in that genre speak on.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like every video I've seen of like he's just got good vibes, you know?
Yeah,
Like he seems
exactly.
to go well with people and like he seems pretty chill. So it's like, you know, he doesn't seem to be like super like I'm God and I can do whatever I want. Like he seems more just like, you know, I'm here to make music and you know, that's pretty much it.
That's why I love Uzi as well. Because I mean, they've obviously had their moments where people are like, the industry has ruined them. It's like, no shit. You think being in a spotlight for 10 years is an easy thing to do? Like, no, that's gotta be so draining. Not to mention the traveling and shit that you're doing. You don't just get to live a normal, slow, like, life.
Yeah, no. Everywhere you go,
But he
there's a
stayed,
fucking
or
camera.
I said he, but they've stayed humble though.
Yeah, I think it's really tough to stay humble. Like that's why I don't really fault artists that much.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like shit, bro. If everywhere you went, people were like, "Oh my fucking, oh my god," then I like, you know, it'd be tough to like just function and think, okay, well maybe I am this shit. You know?
Yeah.
It's like Travis Scott. I feel like Travis Scott is the biggest example of someone who thinks he's the fucking shit.
I agree.
Like, and that's what sucks, bro. Because I really liked his music for a
Me
while,
too.
and then like I just saw how he acts, and I was like, like
I'm
you know,
gonna.
if that's how you act on camera when people are around,
I
then I wonder
know.
how you act by yourself.
I'm
Like
gonna
it's like,
end my. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check really quick. I'm gonna end my stream in a minute, but I'm just gonna call you on my phone. I'm gonna walk up to McDonald's really quick and get something to eat. I'm hungry. Dude, they got hella good coupons.
oh yeah, bro, the app and shit.
Yes,
Hell
dude,
yeah.
the deals are crazy.